Hello, I'm back. It's the Laughton Autumn show here in Laughton near Lewes in East Sussex, soon to be completely Sussex. There's a Ford Model T to start off. It's a two-seater drop top. It's probably one of the first forms of Model Ts there ever was. I'm just going to move my way down here. There's some interesting motorbikes over here. They're all Indian, what they call Indian, so they were, I don't know what they were rivals to. They must have been rivals to Harley Davidson, I suppose. So there's a 101 Scout, there's another one there. I don't know what these two are. There's a single cylinder one, but there's a V-twin over here. But if I move my way round, I now see some. If I make my way down now, I'm gonna go have a look at these. Just walking our way down towards some more commercial vehicles. So, but I've just spotted an E-Type Jag. So let's go and have a look at this. A minute. Oh, there's a gourmet van. They were at Hellingley, I think. They do a nice breakfast, but I've already had one. I always set myself up for the day, because then I can just get on with it. This is an E-Type Jag, E-Type Jaguar Coupe, looking like the birdcage front, so it's a Series 3, so it looks like it could be the V12 one, not sure. If we move round here, we move round to right, so this is a Astro EXT Chevrolet minivan. A bit of rough ground here. I see another Chevy van there next to, yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. It's as though someone's got, it's called Mad Van MV, but it's done up to look like one of these American trucks. And I accidentally put my finger in there, but that's because I forgot my selfie stick today. Here's a Astro 4th by Chevrolet. So obviously that's why I need the selfie stick. Oh, this is Southeast Tanks. Move. So I'm having to hold this really awkwardly. And there's some miniature tanks there. Might see him whizzing round actually at some point. Just see a couple of the, there's a motorbike and sidecar over there. This one's an Alice Chalmers tractor, and behind that is a Farmall Cub. So yeah. Just going to walk into the sunlight now, which is annoying. There's a Steyr Pooch. I think I've seen this one before. Another show. Land Rover, probably a Series, whatever. It's just another Land Rover. That's the thing, the Series 1, 2 and 3 hardly changed. Become the Defender and it's still hardly changed. It's only when they had to completely revamp it. So there's a Defender there. There's a medical support unit with the Desert Rat symbol on it. Desert Rat symbol. Okay. Land Rover 110 in Desert's Dawn colour. Another Land Rover here. go over here, and I'll just, this is going to be a really hard day without my selfie stick. So there's a Ford Transit pickup, just go around here, another one behind it. So there's a couple of different generations of Ford Transit pickups here. There's just go around here, see a Bedford TK just here, there's a caravan behind it. You see this Scamel. Yeah, so here's a Scamel with a Gardner 180 diesel engine. It must be a, let's have a little look. Is that a towing rig? Is that a towing rig, or not sure what that is. Here's a AEC Marshall. I think I've seen this one before somewhere. There's a Land Rover Defender with a towing rig on the back. 1980. There's another Land Rover, I think that must be a Series 2, could be a 2A. Notice how these, right, there's another, they might not have all turned up yet. So I think I'm just, here's a Fordson Model N Special, I think it is, done in wartime colours. So we just look at that. So I'm basically exploring the site at the moment, and I'll probably be taking pictures this time around. What is the time anyway? 9:25. Load of latecomers. But here's a Leyland fire truck, shortened wheelbase by the looks of things, Aberdeen City Fire Brigade. So that's a Leyland of some kind. Here's a comma done in AFS, so Auxiliary Fire Brigade. So that's a, what is that? General Purpose Lorry Hose Layer by comma. So no real. Here's an AEC Regent bus. This is when buses had style. There's a couple of bicycles and a GPO motorbike there. That doesn't look entirely commercial, but it's a Morris Minor 1000 being right next to a Scania Super. So 112M 1987. Here's a Volvo FH12 with STGO Cat 2, so must be a particular rule over that one. Next to that's a Ford lorry of some kind. Just gonna see if I can get a. It says it's a Ford, but past says something else. Here's an ERF EC11. Just here, sitting next to a Austin. I think this might be probably a K4. Is that a K4 or K6 actually? On the K series, anyways. Here's a Ford Cargo sitting next to what looks to be a very late on Foden. Yeah, so this Foden is pretty late on actually. And over there is where they do the tractor pulling during the Cuckoo Spring Fair, over there. just going to walk over here because there's some more vehicles. I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute, there's some more here actually. So back into the sunlight. It looks to be a Mercedes lorry over here, but which one I do not have a clue. Must admit I'm getting the feeling that there's not a lot on the ground. So here's a Mercedes Arctros. Nothing on it, but there's a Mercedes Atego Unimog. Here's a Bedford TL8-14. This looks like that's another TL by the looks of things. Bedford TL. Now I think it being September, and today there is a lot going on, because you got people going up to Aylesford today, and I think you've got other little shows as well, and it is nearly the end of the season, so some people have stopped doing anything. So there's some motorhomes here, which there's some RVs. I might be walking through a campsite here, because I'm about to walk over to where the what do they call it? They named an RV Simba. Okay. So this must be the campsite, so I better not. Right, so there's some interesting stuff here. This is a John Deere 730 diesel. You can always tell a John Deere because they're green and yellow all the time. Here's a Fordson Model N, done in blue, don't know why. Here's a, what is that one? Oh, it's a Bedford. Yeah, so here's a Bedford. Must be pre-war, I think. Not sure what it is. Here's a Morris Minor 1000 pickup. Here's a Ford Model T. So it's Macy's, is it Mary's or Maney's Pie Wagon? This is Ford Model T. This, again, and I'll keep reiterating this got the world on the road basically. Half the cars on the planet will. But they weren't the first to have the controls in the correct place. This was. So this is a Austin 7, first car in the world to have all it, well, not the first, but first made in many numbers that had the controls in the correct place. Now this was exhaustively researched many years ago at the Motor Museum. A couple of quite famous automotive writers. Here's a Ferguson 35, so that's what probably evolved into the Massey Ferguson 35. There's a couple of Fords here, a 1520 and a 1220. Land Rover Discovery just over here. Don't know if this is part of the display, but I'll have a look at it anyway. So there's a BMW 3 Series, or is it a 4 Series? I think it's a 4 Series. Volkswagen Golf, probably a GTI or an FR I think. BMW 1 Series. And I think that's about it really. I don't know if this is part of the thing. So I'm going to go over here now. So I don't know whether that field down there is actually part of the show or not. So I'm just going to shut down a minute